In a world where attention is currency, the loudest voices often belong to the most insecure individuals. People scream for validation, desperately juggling approval, trends, status, and likes, performing a never-ending act to prove their worth. But the Sigma male operates differently. He exists in silence, unbothered, uninterested in the circus of social validation. A 2023 behavioral study revealed that the average person spends 3 hours a day managing how others perceive them. That's 21 hours a week, almost a part-time job with no salary, no benefits, and certainly no dignity. The Sigma male quit that game long ago. While the world chases applause, he masters silence, clarity, and brutal independence. This exploration uncovers 20 things that most people obsess over, but Sigma males simply don't care about. This isn't about rebellion for the sake of edginess. It's about freedom. If you're not ready for uncomfortable truths, serve with savage honesty. Turn away now. 1. Being the safe, kind of different. Society claims to celebrate uniqueness, but only if it's marketable, digestible, and non-threatening. People love rebellion that fits neatly on a t-shirt slogan, not the kind that challenges their worldview. Sigma males don't water themselves down to be palatable. They walk with unfiltered minds and unapproved truths, making others uncomfortable. Most people tolerate uniqueness, as long as it doesn't disrupt the norm. Be quirky, but follow the rules. Be bold, but don't challenge the system. Sigma males rip apart this fake acceptance. They speak and act from raw authenticity, not curated performance. Because of this, they're often labeled too much intense or weird, not because they're wrong, but because they refuse to be predictable. They don't aim to shock or offend. They simply don't edit themselves for comfort. If they believe in something, they stand by it, even if the whole room falls silent. This unapologetic self-possession makes people either obsessed with them or threatened by them. There's rarely an in-between. This refusal to conform costs them opportunities, friendships, even relationships. But they'd rather be alone than surrounded by people who only like a watered-down version of them. They won't shrink so others can feel tall. While the world performs authenticity like a talent show, Sigma males live it without permission. That's the difference. They don't just act different, they are different, and they're done apologizing for it. 2. The dating script. Why Sigma males don't play the game. Modern dating is a badly written reality show. Scripted interactions, forced charm, recycled compliments from YouTube advice videos. Most men perform, hoping to win approval. Sigma males don't even open the playbook. They don't chase. They don't audition. They don't perform. They enter every interaction like a human lie detector. Quiet, composed, observing. To most women, a Sigma male feels like a dating glitch. He's not giving sweet talk or rushing to prove his worth, and that throws people off. But here's the twist. He's not uninterested. He's filtering. He's not there for attention. He's looking for substance. If your energy screams, "Look at me," he's already mentally walking out. He spots ego, neediness, manipulation, and emotional immaturity faster than you can say red flag. Not because he's cold, but because he values peace more than approval. If a woman brings real depth, emotional maturity, and curiosity, he sees it instantly. That's when he actually shows up. But if she brings drama, shallowness, or mind games, she gets silently archived. No argument, just gone. Sigma males treat dating like intel gathering. They're not trying to be liked. They're trying to understand who you really are. They're not impressed by highlight reels or how many guys chase you. What matters is your mind, your energy, and whether you're real when no one's watching. While most people date in high-definition filters and flirtation algorithms, Sigma males date like philosophers with a sniper's precision. If you're not bringing depth, honesty, and self-awareness, you're not getting ghosted. You're getting erased before you even knew there was a test. 3. Image engineering. Why Sigma males don't perform for crowd. The modern world is obsessed with surface-level branding. People edit themselves, filtering selfies, tweaking aesthetics, choosing outfits not for comfort, but for social media appeal. Identity has become performance, and most are just actors auditioning for someone else's fantasy. Sigma males don't play that role. They don't sculpt themselves for approval. If anything, They'd rather be underestimated than flip the script when it matters. While most people build highlight reel versions of themselves, Sigma males sharpen their mind, boundaries, and ability to move silently. They're not against looking good, but looking good is a side effect, not the goal. They don't weaponize appearance for clout. They don't decorate themselves to be consumed. They refine themselves for power, not prettiness. What throws people off? How little Sigmas care about being perceived. They can walk into a room with zero flash and still own the atmosphere. Why? Because their aura isn't rooted in aesthetics. It's rooted in depth. Their confidence doesn't need decorating. Their presence doesn't need polishing. They don't chase attraction. Attraction chases them. Not because they're trying, but because not trying is the ultimate flex in a world addicted to performance. Even more, they're immune to the insecurity trap. If you insult their appearance, you'll quickly realize they don't base their worth on physical appeal. You can't shake someone who doesn't anchor their identity in the mirror. Their sense of self is built on discipline, insight, and mental sharpness, not jawlines and lighting angles. Sigma males have cracked the truth most run from. Looking good gets attention, but being untouchable gets respect. And that's what they're after. Not followers, not compliments, not digital applause, just unshakable personal power. And that never needs a filter. For the fear of boredom, why Sigma males thrive in silence. Most people treat boredom like a disease. The moment things go quiet, they panic, scrolling phones, blasting music, texting people they don't even like. Silence forces them to confront a version of themselves they'd rather avoid. Sigma males are wired differently. Stillness doesn't scare them. It sharpens them. While others fidget in discomfort, they lean into silence like it's sacred. To them, boredom isn't the absence of stimulation. It's the presence of clarity. That silence everyone avoids. That's where Sigma males think, strategize, and observe patterns no one else sees. While most people chase distractions to fill their heads, Sigas empty theirs, so they can see what's actually worth their time. Stillness isn't wasted time. It's where they download the raw data of life. This makes them dangerous in a world that rewards reaction over reflection. Everyone wants to be first. First to react, first to post, first to panic. Sigma males are the opposite. They marinate in silence, letting boredom stretch like a mental battlefield. It's also why they don't get caught in addictive behavior loops. Most people fill their days with junk dopamine, endless scrolling, shallow combos, sensory overload. Sigma males can sit alone for hours without needing any of it. Their inner world is richer than most people's social lives. They've trained their minds to thrive in solitude, making them immune to manipulation through distraction. To them, boredom isn't a void, it's a forge, a space where ideas grow, instincts sharpen, plans form without pressure. If you're uncomfortable in your own silence, you'll always be a puppet of the noise. Sigma males know this. That's why they don't fear boredom. They weaponize it. While the world fidgets, they focus. While others itch for stimulation, they study. By the time everyone else reacts, the Sigma is already 10 steps ahead. Silent, steady, unstoppable. 5. The cult of hustle culture. Why Sigma males reject performative grind. Hustle culture has become a weird religion. People worship exhaustion like it's a badge of honor, bragging about 80-hour weeks, sleep deprivation, and burnout. Society makes you feel lazy if you're not overworked. But here's the brutal truth. Most of that noise is performative suffering. It's not productivity. It's addiction to being seen as productive. Sigma males don't play that game. They're allergic to performative grind. They don't chase approval through burnout. They don't wear exhaustion like a trophy. Sigma males work with surgical focus. No flexing, no rise and grind slogans, just quiet, deliberate moves. They value their time and energy too much to waste it proving how busy they are. They'd rather get 5 things done with precision than rush through 50 just to say they did. Efficiency beats glorified suffering every time. What throws people off? While everyone broadcasts their hustle on social media, Sigma males do the real work in silence. You won't see them, updating their life every 10 minutes, bragging about being booked and busy. But when they drop results, surgical, no fluff, just impact. They also know a truth most avoid. Constant hustle doesn't mean growth. Sometimes it just means you're running in circles faster. Sigma males aren't addicted to motion. They're addicted to momentum. They pause when needed. They disappear to recharge. They don't fear rest. They use it to reload. That's why they last longer. While hustle junkies burn out trying to be everything at once, Sigas move, quietly, intentionally, outlasting the noise. They've figured out, building something meaningful doesn't require self-destruction. It requires discipline, vision, silence. So while others chase recognition through chaos, Sigma males stay in the shadows, building something you'll only hear about when it's finished and too big to ignore. 6. Being the fun one in the group chat. Why Sigma males don't perform. Most people treat group chats like a mini stage. Dropping jokes, memes, hot takes, anything to stay relevant and liked. There's a quiet panic underneath. If I'm not performing, I'll be forgotten. Sigma males? They let the group chat die a slow, awkward death without losing sleep. The need to be the fun one, entertainer, glue that keeps everyone laughing, doesn't register with them. They don't measure social worth by how many LOLs they rack up. To Sigas, the group chat is just noise, unless it has purpose. They're not wired to check in constantly just to be seen. Perform for digital validation. They'll read what they need, reply if it's meaningful, leave the rest on read, not out of arrogance, but because they don't need likes to feel like they belong. While most treat silence like social suicide, Sigas find it refreshing. They're not trying to dominate the conversation. They're watching who actually says something worth their time. And when they do speak, it's not for clout. It's to shift the conversation into something real, or at least clever enough to cut through the fluff. But they'll never be the guy spamming emojis to stay visible, begging for attention with good morning texts. That's not communication. That's digital tap dancing. Sigas would rather be the quiet ghost who drops laser-accurate observations, then disappears for weeks. They know most group dynamics have an unspoken rule: perform to be liked. Sigma males aren't interested. They don't fear being forgotten, because they've already detached from the illusion that attention equals value. If you vibe with them, great. If not, they won't adjust their personality to keep a seat at the table. Here's the truth. In a room full of people trying to be loud, the quietest one always stands out. Not by force, by contrast. That's the Sigma way. No noise, no competition. Just presence so calm it makes everyone else question why they're trying so hard. 7. The trend flu. Why Sigma males are immune to social viruses. Trends spread like psychological pandemics. One day it's a slang word, the next is a fashion wave, then a moral outrage people pretend to care about for 3 weeks max. Most jump from trend to trend like addicted lab rats, terrified of falling behind or, God forbid, being irrelevant. Sigma males? They don't get infected, not resistant. Immune? They don't. Shapeshift to fit what's hot, adjust their vocabulary because a meme made it cool. Recycle trending personality traits just to blend in. Sigma males evolve, but on their own terms. Their growth is internal, strategic, slow. They move by self-design, not social momentum. What's cool today means nothing to someone who doesn't need the crowd to confirm their worth. While most people become walking Pinterest boards of whatever's trending, Sigas would rather stick out like a sore thumb than fake it. They've watched people change their entire personalities for clicks, become unrecognizable versions of themselves, only for those same trends to move on without them, leaving the chameleons confused and burned out. Sigma males prefer building something timeless. Even if it looks off for a while, they'd rather be authentically out of style than fashionably empty. They're often misunderstood because their rhythm doesn't match the crowd's. But that's the point. They rejected the idea that identity should be updated like an app. Their mindset? If it works, if it's real, and if it's mine, I'm keeping it. They don't need to. Join every moral panic. Ride every viral wave. Their relevance comes from consistency, clarity, purpose, In a world addicted to trends, truth is the rarest currency, and Sigma males are wealthy. 8. Status through stuff. Why Sigma males don't wear their worth. Most people treat material things like social armor. The right watch, the right shoes, the right car. It's all one big performance of, look at me, I matter. They think if they wear enough status symbols, they'll be taken seriously. Here's what Sigma males know that most don't. Real power doesn't need to announce itself. You can't buy presents. You either have it or you don't, and no label can fake it. Sigma males walk into rooms wearing nothing remarkable. No drip, no flash, just clean, comfortable, functional. Yet somehow, they become the most magnetic person present. Why? Because it's not about what's on them. It's about what's in them. Quiet confidence, self-possession, the energy that says, I don't need to prove anything to you. They don't play the status game because they see through it. They've watched people spend fortunes to impress those they dislike. Grown adults compete over brands like kids fighting over toys. Sigma males would rather invest in their mind, their freedom, their purpose, than some overpriced accessory that screams insecurity in bold font. The irony? Most people won't admit how empty the stuff-chasing game is. They'll justify it. I deserve it. It's just my style. But deep down, a lot of that spending is about keeping up appearances. Sigma males skip that lesson. They don't need a car to feel powerful, a suit to feel sharp. Their self-worth isn't tied to packaging. It's built from internal dominance, not external decoration. This unsettles people. When someone walks in with no visible flex, but commands attention, it breaks the script. Everyone else is trying to buy what Sigas already have naturally. Presence, clarity, the ability to walk away from validation games without flinching. So while the world flexes to be noticed, Sigma males focus on being unforgettable, not by what they wear, but by who they are when everything's stripped away. 9. The metrics of masculinity. Why Sigma males don't keep score. Modern masculinity has been turned into a scoreboard. How much you lift, how many women you've been with, how fat your wallet is. Like being a man is something you prove with statistics. Sigma males? They don't play that game. Frankly, they find it laughable. They've detached from the shallow math society uses to measure male worth, not because they can't compete, but because they know the scoreboard is rigged. Bench press numbers. They respect strength, but not when it's used to feed ego, intimidate others. A Sigma would rather have quiet discipline than loud muscles. Body count. That's not proof of manhood. It's often just evidence of emotional emptiness. Sigma males aren't chasing conquests. They're scanning for connection, depth, substance. If that means being selective even celibate at times, so be it. They're not hunting trophies. They're building empires in their minds. Bank account obsession. Society says, the more money you make, the more of a man you are. Sigma males? They don't crave wealth for display. They value freedom over flash. To them, money is a tool, not a personality. They'd rather earn just enough to live on their terms and be rich, but chained to a soul-sucking grind for status points. Sigma masculinity equals internal mastery. It's not loud, aggressive, fueled by comparison. It's about controlling impulses, sharpening thoughts, mastering emotions, owning your time. It's about having a mind so sharp that no external approval can sway it. That's real power. That's the kind of masculinity that doesn't get loud, but still shakes the room. What threatens people most? You can't measure it. No stat sheet, no number, no formula. Sigma males walk through life as a quiet reminder. Real masculinity isn't built in. The gym, the bedroom, the bank. It's built in. Silence, discipline, not giving a damn who's watching. They don't follow metrics. They are the standard. 10. The soft prison niceness. Why Sigma males refuse to perform pleasantness. Modern society runs on forced pleasantries. Fake smiles through conversations you hate, laughter at unfunny jokes, maintaining connections that feel more like emotional debt than real friendship. Be nice has become code for don't make people uncomfortable, even if it means betraying yourself. Sigma males don't do performative diplomacy. They're not rude, but they won't sacrifice authenticity to coddle fragile egos. The Sigma social algorithm. No fake bonding. If the vibe is off, they won't force it. No hollow connections. They either value you or don't. No gray area. No guilt-driven loyalty. They prune relationships like a surgeon removing tumors. If a situation feels inauthentic, they exit quietly, quickly, permanently. No dramatic speeches. No guilt trips. Just gone. Most people stay trapped in the soft prison of niceness because they fear being labeled rude, difficult, antisocial. Sigma males don't care. They prioritize energy hygiene, integrity, truth. If someone's feelings get bruised because they won't play the social puppet show, not their problem. What unnerves people? Sigmas operate without the social safety nets most rely on. They won't validate your insecurities just for approval. They won't laugh at weak attempts to control them. They won't entertain conversations with zero purpose. Their calm detachment exposes an ugly truth. Most human interaction is just performative pacification. But don't mistake this for heartlessness. Sigma respect means telling the truth, even through silence. Choosing one real connection over 10 fake ones. Owning that they owe no one. Their time, their energy, their emotional labor, while others perform niceness to keep peace. Sigas create peace by walking away, not with bitterness, but with bone-deep clarity. 11. The performance of morality. Why Sigma males don't virtue signal. Modern morality has become theater. People parade values like Instagram aesthetics. Post about justice only when it trends. Perform empathy just long enough to farm likes. It's not about doing right. It's about looking right. Sigma males opted out of the entire production. They don't advertise their ethics. Moral grandstand for applause. You'll never see a Sigma post a perfectly filtered social justice statement. Recite popular opinions just because it's safe. They do what's right, not what's rewarded. And they do it quietly. No spotlight, no soapbox. The Sigma moral code, no social credit. They help without recording it. No PR stunts. They stand against injustice, not for clout. No approval seeking. They'll be silent rather than fake. They also spot fakeness in others instantly. The loud ally who gossips viciously offline. The performative activist who does nothing tangible. Sigma males respond by not playing the game at all. They'll fight injustice through action, not hashtags. They'll walk from hypocrisy without wasting words on it. What terrifies people? Sigma morality can't be bought. It's not shaped by public opinion, not afraid of backlash. Internal, disciplined, unshakable. You may not know where Sigma stands immediately, but when you do, you can bet it's real, it's tested, it won't bend. No show, no script, just principles over performance. 12. Office politics and social gymnastics. Why Sigma males build their own game. Corporate culture rewards political skill over competence. Who you flatter. How you navigate fragile egos. Performing enthusiasm for boring meetings. Success becomes social gymnastics, not actual work. Sigma males would rather chew glass than play. They don't climb ladders. They build their own or burn the system down. How Sigmas break the corporate script. They don't politic. No ass-kissing. No fake laughs at the boss's jokes. They're silent until necessary. Then speak with scalpel precision, cutting through bullshit. They expose illusions. Their clarity terrifies systems built on delusion. When they realize promotions reward performers over producers, they pivot brutally, start businesses, build skills that make them untouchable, walk away with zero regret, because to them, freedom, fancy titles, self-respect, corner offices, autonomy, applause. Most people are begging for seats at broken tables. Sigma males build their own damn tables, then decide who gets to sit there. Final Sigma truth. the outsider's advantage. The world is full of people, dressing for attention, hustling for validation, bending until they break to fit systems that don't care if they shatter. Sigma males walked away from that script long ago, not to rebel, but because they saw the truth. Most of what people chase is empty. The Sigma edge. They don't need your recognition, your acceptance, your rules. They measure success by silent mastery, unshakable peace, freedom no paycheck can buy, while others post, perform, pretend. Sigmas observe, refine, dominate. They don't move to impress. They move with intention. That's why their silence speaks louder than screams. Their presence hits harder than hype. Being Sigma isn't about being cold. It's about being sovereign. It's choosing depth over drama, solitude over performance, truth over popularity. The world won't understand you, but it will remember you. And in the end, that's all that matters. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.